Welcome to the European Parliament here in Brussels, where we've returned after the summer break. In the UK, it has been a happy and glorious summer, with first the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, then the euphoria of the Olympic Games. The reality of our EU membership, unfortunately, is about to come to the fore once again. It seems that the EU apparatchiks are determined to save the euro at any price. Once again, the troika of the European Central Bank, the EU Commission and the International Monetary Fund has to make a decision on whether to approve the next tranche of rescue money for Greece, whose Prime Minister Antonis Samaras has been on a mission to Berlin and Paris, pleading for more time, even offering to sell some of his country's islands to help pay back his country's crippling debts. There can be no doubt that the storm clouds will once again hover over the Eurozone, with the EU leaders not willing to grasp the nettle of the intrinsic failings of the euro currency. The IMF believes that the combined gross debt of the euro area countries will peak at 91% of GDP. You don't need to be an economist to understand that the debt problem is now out of control and being allowed to amass whilst ignoring basic economic common sense. In the plenary in Strasbourg in a couple of weeks' time, unelected President Barroso will give his State of the Union speech. We will hear very little of reality, but many proud boasts of solidarity and action that will one day cure the problem. Mr. Barroso appears to have forgotten the much-heralded Lisbon strategy of 2000 that sought to make the EU the world's leading economic powerhouse by 2010. In reality, the EU has moved backwards. Unfortunately for the people of the European Union, it is always jammed tomorrow. President Barroso has become the Boy Trotter of world politics, with ingenious plans that always backfire, but with the promise of everything being rosy next year. If it sounds like I have contempt for EU politicians, this is nothing compared to what I feel about our so-called government led by Europhiles Cameron and Clegg. The EU has important decisions to make about its future, and in the UK we have equally important decisions to make in respect of which fork in the road do we take. Membership of a closer, more federal EU, a superstate, or do we persist with this current halfway house? It's about time our politicians grasped the nettle and called for an in-out referendum. It is only with a clear mandate of the British people giving their consent can we be further involved with the EU. Now is the time for an in-out referendum to settle this issue once and for all, if only we had brave politicians.